All right, so we are live on the YouTube land on a Sunday night. I'm just sitting around here, not going to be very long here, although I'm long in the tooth. As the title says, this will have to do with graphics. It'll have to do with guitars. And it will also have to do with vices. What kind of vice? I don't know. We'll talk about that. So, I'm just kind of rambling here until people start coming in. Everybody knows that nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible. Success through human effort. That's what it takes. Human effort. I am the Falcro. Human making an effort. Just kind of hanging out here. Wait to see if we get somebody popping into chat here pretty soon. I'm hoping anyway. I'm hoping. And oh, look, there's one of my favorite friends, the gnats that are living in the soil of my Monstera deliciosa. And you know, I have nothing against gnats, and these aren't like fruit flies or anything like that. These are just gnats. They're called fungus gnats because they eat the little. Their job is to eat the little bit of fungus that grows on the soil. That when the soil stays wet, which for this plant it needs to. Out in the wild, that doesn't matter because gnats go where they want to go, and there's these all over the place, and there's not somebody sitting there in front of a lit screen attracting said fungus gnat to it, and which then prompts me to have to snuff out, sadly and regrettably, the life of that fungus gnat because, well, it drives me crazy. But why this title? And why did I do this way? I mean, we're not making any noise. I didn't have this planned or scheduled. Well, I did. I scheduled it 20 minutes ago. So there you go. We got that. I'm hoping you guys can hear me okay, if anybody's out there. It's an odd time for me to go. So, hey, look at there. Look at there. All right, cool, Mark. I'll be here for a little bit. I mean, I ain't gonna pull no all-nighter or nothing, but I'll be here for at least an hour, maybe two. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna do some dumb stuff, talk about some silly things. So, thanks for speaking up. So, even though it wouldn't have mattered, I would have kept talking to myself anyway, as you well know. Thanks. We've been working really hard on doing that. So let me show you why I'm here, or at least part of the reason I'm here. We'll click on this magic button up here, and I'm gonna go over to the other chat for just a second, and then transition over. This is the test screen for the show tomorrow night. I am testing this title screen. That's just part of it. Testing my mic levels, testing my backlighting, testing, you know. And thank you, Mark. I do appreciate that 5x5. And as you see, this is literally just an overlay. I made this all by myself. What I did is I found I wanted a. I'm going to use dumb words because It's just one of those days. I wanted a classic looking font, something old school Dracula-ish, old world kind of gothic and very calligraphy styled font, and I found that in this font here, which, give me just a second, this font here, which is called, let me bring it back up, this one is called Parchment. Sorry, I gotta lean in on the glasses thing. Yeah, this one's called Parchment. I'm using regular, as that is the only style available. And I think this is at 36. And then I put a, just cancel that, turn this off, there we go. And then I put a gradient going from left to right so that it starts white, and it's a little out of focus looking on purpose. I wanted that graphic behind there because it kind of obscured the sea a little bit. This is my design mind at work, okay? I don't let this little genie out of the bottle very often. But I rubbed it the right way. And actually, I didn't rub the damn genie. It was Wes. Hey, the deal. There you go. Thank you for swinging by. We're just going to be talking about my shit. Nothing bad. Everything's good. Right now I'm talking about this graphic thing that I made all by myself. Al SoCal, welcome. Caught that DUI. Was it a DUI check the other day? No, that was a wreck. Didn't you do? You guys have been really busy lately, all y'all down there. And I lurk a lot. I don't always chat, but I'm there and I'm watching. Thank you for swinging by. Thank you for being in my chat, because that's the only way I ever know you're there. So, oh hell yeah, Al is the shiz, man. I love Al. Anybody that's lurking out there, if you don't know who Al is, you want to be out there. Well, hello, Mr. David Knowles. I have not seen you for a minute. Let me see. The problem, David, man, you're the wrong color, bro. See, I'm prejudiced. So, and I'll explain all this. I'm going to make you a moderator. And, it's good to see you, by the way, before I get too far off the beaten path to save. Make you a moderator, because you'll notice that everybody here is blue. Blue is not my favorite color. Pink is my favorite color. But if you thought back, you probably already knew that. So turn this off, get this graphic off the screen. It is really good to see you there. Yeah. That was it right there. I mean, it was something really bad. It wasn't just a typical. Yeah, it wasn't just a typical deal. It was a real deal bad. And I mean, you guys always bring it real anyway. But anyway, if you don't know and you're inclined to watch them. Well, so we're gonna chat about it, because I'm gonna talk about what I did. And yes, I do know about Gaussian blur, but everything I did with this particular graphic on here for the Confessions title screen is done in OBS. So I made the opaque background, the outline, and then it took me excuse me. It took me a long time to get that. It took me a long time to get that kind of smoky and clear effect in there. I didn't want this to be. Oh, cool. Yeah, this is my hobby now, and this Confessions deal is a little bit. Excuse me. Just a second. This confessions things is, well, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just trying something new. So, I am very glad that you have joined this. This is your first time joining a live, and that it is my live. But to finish what I said before I lost my train of thought, but didn't forget what I was saying, is that Wes at Rich New Design is actually the reason that graphic came to be. He showed me a few things in OBS and gave me a couple of menus that I didn't know about that existed, and that got me started to know how to manipulate some of the things, and so I just jumped in. I was going to do it in Canva again, because I do have the free version of Canva, but excuse me, I got a frog or tickle, or I tried to inhale a chip earlier, and I think we're still having a slight disagreement. But yeah, it's doing this changeover here. I'm trying to make things more of a set, so to speak, like a real show, because what I'm talking about is going to be real. So, but anyway, so that was the graphics part, was that. And I'm not going to bore you with all the stuff I did, but I found all the options, and I went in and I remembered about outlines, and I remembered about this and that and contrast, and I knew in my brain what I wanted it to look like. I wanted it to be No, it definitely isn't what a lot of people probably thought, but then nobody probably knew, for sure, except for me. But we're gonna get this thing out in the light. So yeah, I wanted it to be a little out of focus. I wanted it to be a little rough looking, like it was old and weathered, and I wanted it to be legible enough to read, but got to put a little effort in if you really want to read it and understand the entire graphic, because that's kind of how this show is going to be. So yeah, see, the first confessions was just an announcement of the basics, that I had been an abuser in the past, and that Lady Rhodaline and I were unlikely friends, and that is an entirely different, right? That is an entirely different deal. Her show and I, with her and I's show, Unlikely Friends, that is still coming, and that is, although related to what I'm doing in Confessions, not the same thing. They share some events, but they're not the same story, and they're not about the same things. So this is truly about me, and I've actually been thinking about this for more than a year and a half, and it just felt like, coming into winter, I hermit in the winter. That's me, 100%. I thought, I just hermit up here and, talk about some shit that people don't know. You've heard me talk about it if you've seen any at all of my lives, in replay or not. I love my audience, and my audience is why I do what I do. So this one's not the same. I do this because I want to do it. So I don't know how the guitar level is balanced with my voice, so I need you guys to help me out. This is a completely new mix. Discovered a couple of new things that's made a huge difference in what you're hearing and the quality of sound that I'm able to do now. Gain staging. Let's just put it that way, gain staging. If you have an issue or you're wondering what things go, just go back to signal chain and gain staging. So I got that straightened out. Thank you very much, David. I appreciate that. I do very, very much, and truly do I appreciate hearing things like that. Hearing is relative because, well, you know I'm deaf. So you guys can hear what this balance is like. I'm playing quiet on purpose right now. Probably gonna hear some pick clicks. We're not getting into ducking yet, but I need y'all to tell me if that's balanced with my voice, if I need to bring it up or down. I got a lot of headroom. I can actually go up or down. All right, Mark, thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much. That's exactly what I needed to know. Kind of what I shot from the hip, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was the guitarist part, or at least some of it. There's probably a backing track going to happen here. I want to mess around with Kinger's backing track that he's so graciously made and sent to me. I very much appreciate that, regardless of how he feels about how easy it was to do. I'm going on so late tonight because I'm trying to give my plants around, well, at least 14 hours of light a day and around 16, because I had to cut the Monstera down and break it off. I had to air root it. There's a whole show about it, or a whole live that's in replay about it. I never go back and watch this shit. I do it and then it's over. Kind of like when I play a riff. That's, a one-time deal. I missed that. Now I gotta go look. Okay, for those of you with the sensitive eyes or maybe driving, this is going to be shocking. You have been warned. So, cool. Excellent. Yeah, I've discovered my depression and how to do some treatment for that, and I should have done that like 20 years ago. Well, I'll talk about all that on this show. That's part of what the show is about. I'm sorry about clearing my throat, and I know I'm a little loud because I'm right underneath the microphone right now. Anyway, this is going to get bright because I'm going to switch screens, and it's going to go from this black background in the niceness to a white background that is exceptionally bright. So, those with sensitive eyes, you have been warned. Okay. Hopefully that didn't hurt anybody's eyeballs. I've tried to tone that down a little bit too, because even without the dark screen, I want it to be relatively quiet. Sweet. We can do that. I am independently mobile again now. Recently was, I got some good karma back. And I got Black Betty. And boy, do I love her. I never thought I'd love Black Betty, but I do. And a whole bunch of plans coming. You're going to hear all about that shit in the next couple of days. Wednesday Lame Live is going to be a little different this week because I am going to be sitting on a dog. for our mutual friends, David, Chuck and Angela. I'm going over there as they're going to go to the beach and do some fun stuff together. Now that he can be a little bit less broken. But anyway, I'm going to be working on my car over there Wednesday and Thursday because I have to change a power steering hose. So if you happen to be mobile and you wanted to come by the house there, I'm just going to be chilling. Nathaniel might be there, but we could hang out. I don't drink anymore, but I do smoke. I smoke all I can if I'm not driving. I do not imbibe and smoke, but if you want to come there and hang out and watch me make myself sore for the next week, I'm down. So with that out of the way, there you go. Sometimes just happens to work out, if that happens to be. I'm going to be there Wednesday morning through Thursday evening, Friday morning, Friday sometime. So I'll be there for a minute in the tea guard of the place where I'll be, and you can meet Black Betty. I think you appreciate Black Betty. I don't know if you love her like I do, but so now we're doing that talking thing again. All right, so yeah, that takes care of that. Excellent. Now I'm going to go back to the other one that makes me less visible. Alright. So, anyway, we're going to have some fun with that kind of stuff. We're going to do, I don't know. Like I said, we're going to do King Back and Track. I'm probably going to do some, boring ones like whoops. Ouch. Wow, that's terrible. That was just abysmal. Yeah, I know, Gary. This isn't a regular slot for anything. This is random. It really is. It really is. And the vices. Yeah. We should get to that part and talk about why vices is in the title. Well, vices is in the title because I have a couple of vices. Whiskey neat, and I'll spend a couple hours just laying that on my tongue every so often. I do enjoy whiskey neat, so that might happen sometimes. So that's a vice I have, although it's nothing like my old rum and coke days. My friend rum and coke. If I have your number, but I know where Cabela's is, David. Gary, you get on half lurk, bro. I know what I was going to tell you, Gary, before you get totally too far away out in the lurk land. And LOL, we love our lurkers. I told you the gauntlet, you blood, and I'm coming for you, and all that other stuff is true. I should make it abundantly clear that I am about to embark upon learning how to get my passport. I got the stupid enhanced driver's license years ago, but I did not ever get my passport because, let's face it, I didn't think I was going to ever fucking need a passport. So I am going to start that process, and although I may not get up there right away, I will get up there. So we got plenty of time to figure that out, but I am coming for you. I am definitely coming for you, and I am definitely 100% drinking a beer while I'm there. And if I can get that blowhard friend of mine, Marshall, to come along, I don't know, I'm going to try, but I'm going to see if maybe I can drag him along with me. I don't know, I'm down for doing something stupid here pretty soon. Probably a little bit of soon from now, but you get the idea. So I am serious. I am going to come up and see you. We're going to meet face to face. There's no reason for us not to. You're six hours ish away from me. I'm just being reasonable. Marshall could fly into Portland. We could leave from PDX, hit the road. Driving to see you is half of the romance. It's just a crazy road trip. We bomb up there, we cross the border, we come and hang, we have a beer. And then, if it's too late, or maybe we had 2 beers, well, we'll crash. We can do that. We'll have that ability. You know how I know? Because it'll be us. Anyway, and then maybe we'll leave the next morning. However it works out. We're just going to play it down there. Yeah. Well, see, I can fly anywhere in the United States with my enhanced license without a passport or any other special documentation. But I can't go into Canada or Mexico legally without a passport now. So, and I mean, it's not like it's hard to get one. So I would love it to. We'll see what happens, and I will keep throwing the gauntlet at you, so as things progress, you'll know where we're at. I've never been to Stanley Park. Now believe it or not, I went on my honeymoon. I went to Vancouver, BC for my honeymoon. Spent a week up there. We went up to the hot springs, drove around the mountains, of course checked out Victoria, all the normal things that tourists do. But I always wanted to explore more and further. And I wanted to go to Stanley Park, and I didn't get to. So there's a bucket list item up there for me too, as well. Okay, I'm cool with that. I got a car. It's got 4 seats, 4 doors, an engine. Everything runs. As soon as I fix this, I got a couple of things to fix. I got to fix this power steering hose that I'm going to fix on Wednesday when I'm in Tea Garden sitting on the dog. And I'm going to look into... I resealed the wing on the trunk. It's the wrong one for the car. Yada, yada, yada. And that seems to not be leaking any longer. That fixed what the problem was. So now I think the tail light's leaking on the driver's side. Passenger side's bone dry everywhere. And there's a little trail of water, and maybe, oh hell, it's not even an ounce of water. All right, Gary, see you when you get back. I still failed, but it was better than the first time. So, what in the world did I just do to the strings on this guitar? That was weird. Oh, I bet it was the bracelet. Right on. I'm down. I'm just sleeping on the couch. You guys can fight over rooms, beds. Fuck that. I'm good on the couch. I'm gonna want to drive anyway, because I love to drive. And I know the time is coming here pretty soon when I won't be able to drive anymore. The way my eyes are failing, I probably got 5, maybe 6 years if I live that long. So yeah, we can fight over who gets to drive, and you guys can fight about who sleeps where. Yeah, that'd be like me coming to see you in an upside down land and over there tomorrow. The world didn't end. Because I try and think in my brain, and it hurts. I would feel so wrong being right, and I don't do well with that. You'll find out more about that coming up here. Well, it'll start tomorrow night, actually. So that makes me kind of excited. Would be a success as soon as we met, because at that point I'd check another thing off the bucket list. So there's that, you know. That completely. There's a bridge in BC I'm reminded of. I believe, Gary will know for sure, but I believe the name of the bridge is the Lionsgate Bridge. And different lanes on the bridge go different directions because of rush hour at different times of the day. So you might go to work in a middle lane because that was the one way, and then you might go back home from work in the outside lane on the far right side. I got no Thelma Louise in me at all. Thelma Louise, them ladies, well, frankly, they scare me. I was not gonna lie, that cop was way more understanding than I ever would have been. That was a good cop for sure. ever experienced roads that change directions or sides of the. It's like the meltdown here. Now, I've never had a problem with roundabouts, but it's like the meltdowns here that people talk about. They don't understand how the roundabout works, and then they get in a 2-lane roundabout where you're supposed to be in the correct lane. One does not go where the other's supposed to go, and they're in the inside lane, but they want to take the exit out. Oh my God. It's sometimes it's bad. Sometimes it's bad. I think driving on the wrong side of the road would be easier for some people than Sydney Harbor Bridge. Yeah, it's just the traffic control we're not used to here, having lanes change direction. Now, Seattle, they do, and they have express lanes that not only change directions, but they also change when they are open and closed. They only open at certain times under certain circumstances. And that's pretty trippy. When you can catch them, they're great. If you miss the one you wanted and get in the wrong one, fucking blows, because you're going wherever for a long time. Oh, really? 4-way stop signs. Well, apparently, now, I've grown up here. Sorry, I got a hair tickling my ear. I've grown up here with 4-way stop signs. They're not terribly complicated. We have this thing, and most countries have some kind of a similar thing. We have a thing here called the right-of-way. So when you come to said 4-way stop sign, it is what it says, but people don't seem to understand. So we end up having a standoff, because the way it's supposed to work is I'm sitting here and I stopped first, but there is someone to my right that stopped just after me, or is turning. They have the right-of-way, whether I have a stop sign or not, but we're presuming stop sign in this case because of what we did. It's a 4-way stop. If they are approaching the intersection and they are on my right, I wait until they come and stop and go, doing whatever, sign language we need to so that we can mind meld, and they know that I'm going to let them go, as is the rule. No, we have the people that do the 3-second rule. This is super common. Yeah, roundabouts do work easy once you understand and once you see how it all works. It's really, really, really simple. Yes, similar situation, and it could be the left of way. It really doesn't matter. All that really matters is that there is an orderly way to decide who gets first. We're not even talking about Paris, because we gave them that stupid tower thing, and I ain't never going. If I ever get to Paris, I ain't going up it. I'm gonna stand at the bottom of it and go, oh, man, and get dizzy. And then I can do the Space Needle. I'm gonna try to do the cantilever, glass cantilever at the Grand Canyon when I get there. I don't know. I got a thing. My fear of heights is weird, and I know I just changed the whole subject, but this is a great story about me. When I get in a high place, I'm not very comfortable if there's nothing there. Like if I could be on a roof edge that's, say, 7 feet from the ground. Now, you could die falling 7 feet, but chances are it's going to knock the wind out of you, sprain an ankle, maybe break an arm, fracture something. But it ain't going to be nothing more than that, even if you do fall. But I'm scared, just like I would be if I was standing there, unless you put a little board, or like a tow board for roofers. Anybody that's done roofing will know what a tow board is. Or if you put a little barrier string, it could be a light rope across the edge of that, I'm good. I can stand there, I can look down over the edge of it, and I'm fine. Now that little string is not going to save me, Not gonna help me in any way, shape, or form, but it gives me the illusion of a barrier, and that's good enough for my brain. So I can relax and do exactly the same thing that I should be able to do when the string's not there. So stepping out onto that glass with the illusion of nothing, I don't know. I'll go there. I'll be standing at that edge before I will know whether or not I will step across and walk on the glass cantilever over the Grand Canyon. We have a spacewalk at the OMSI, Oregon Museum of Science and Industry. They have a spacewalk that you go into. It's done with lights and mirrors, and you just appear to be walking into nothing except space. And the first step was difficult to do, and then the second step was easier, and so on and so forth, until I could trust the glass floor or whatever it was, mirrors, I don't know. But it was, and once I got in there and I realized what was going on, I got my head wrapped around it, I was fine. Once again, I had the illusion of safety because I understood the mechanics of what was happening around me. But yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I'm gonna try. Because yeah, Tokyo Tower is not, the Sky Tower in Tokyo is not a place I will ever be. That'll be another one. I'll be down there with all the little people, and I'll be looking up at you and whoever else is going up in the Freaky Tower, and I'll be saying, yep, that's cool. You guys just go right on up there. Take pictures. We'll talk about it later at the hotel room or wherever we're staying, you know. The drop things, like the drop things at the fairs or down in Vegas, or no. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I like G's pushing me down, pushing me back in the seat, you know, like from torque, horsepower, or a really nice curve that feels really good when you're laying down into it. Yeah, that I dig that. But the weightless and the nope. Not interested. I did I'm trying to remember what it's called. I think it's called a Gravitron. Ooh, that'd be trippy. See, now if one ever collapsed underneath of me, I'm done. I'm finished. At that point, I'll never step on another glass or mirrored floor ever again. Here. Yeah. Now I like the tilt-a-whirl, but that's G-forces. Yeah. But I didn't like the weightless feeling of the thing. The one I'm thinking of. It wasn't Gravitron then. It was one that made you feel weightless, but it wasn't a slingshot or any of those. And I like the G's part of it when it was on the push down part, but when it was on the other, the not G's, no, negative G's, whatever you call that shit, no. much now. I really do. I don't think I'd be able to handle them. I have no desire to go to space. I know some people really want to go there. I'm cool. Knock yourself out. I hope we can get the technology to help you achieve that dream and go out there just like I want to go to the Grand Canyon. Same, it's a bucket list deal. You do you. But it's nothing I'm ever going to do. It could be free and I wouldn't do it. I'll watch somebody else go and they can tell me all about it when they get home. Mike can do positive G's though. Positive G's, yeah. Throw me back in the seat. Make me feel like I'm heavier than I'm supposed to be. And I know at some point you'll pass out, but the initial feeling up to probably, I would say, well, at my age, probably maybe only a couple of G's now, but back in the day, I probably would have been able to handle 3, maybe even 4 G's, and I might have puked, but I'd have been happy about that. I wouldn't have cared. And I still say if they could strap me in the fighter jet, let's just say F-15, because I really don't give a shit which one. If they could get me in it fast enough and strapped in and hit the go buttons, I'm done. I don't care. Once I feel that throttle, it's like hooking a fish when you're deep sea fishing. I might be sick, but if I hook a fish, I'm not sick anymore until I might still be hurling, but I don't care because now I'm focused on that fish. So I'm kind of weird like that. And I know how much I love that throwback feeling, and they'd be like, well, do you want to do barrel roll? Well, fuck yeah. Well, you might throw up. Well, I don't give a shit. Let's do a barrel roll and see what happens. Because that's like, shit sounds like fun, you know? Figure out how to get my sound for confessions. I don't need sound from my desktop to be in StreamYards. Just my guitar and my vocal is enough. Mostly my vocal. I don't plan to play a lot of music. And for those of you that came in a little later, or somebody out there that's lurking, let me show you the graphic that I made because of Wes at Rich New Design and his little session he had with me. He was talking about doing another one this week, but I'm going to be sitting on the dog, so I think that's going to be, sorry, I got once again, a hair tickling inside my ear. It's karma, because I laughed at my step-uncle, Uncle Rich. Yep, I laughed at him because he had bushes coming out of his ears. And now, at 59, I have bushes coming out of my ears. And I refuse refuse to trim them because that's even more work. Like I said, I probably would lose my lunch, but I wouldn't care. I would not care. Back to the subject of vices. I know you all thought that I forgot that I was talking about vices. But I didn't. I'm just going off on tangents and bitching about the hair tickling my ear. Way down deep inside there, and you know what I'm talking about if you got hair in your ears. And you know, hey Mitch, what's happening? And you know that if you take that Q-tip and you start, it's gonna feel so fucking good, then you're gonna want to just let that baby roll. Yeah, I'm addicted, so I don't, because I'll go really close to too far. And it's not, I don't get a lot of wax in my ears, weird stuff like that, but I do get the hair, and the hair gets wrapped around in the left testicle inside of the penis in my ear. I don't know, I'm making that up. There's probably not a penis in my ear. But when that happens, it gets tickly, and it feels like there's goo. And so my brain says, oh, you gotta get that wax out of there, and then it'll stop tickling like that. It's not fucking wax, it's just hair making noise because it's rubbing up against the goddamn membrane of my eardrum. Holy shit. I'm telling you. It's hard to get old. You literally gotta trick yourself into thinking common sense sometimes. And for you young bucks out there and young ladies out there, I know you think that it will never happen to you. Let me tell you, it's gonna happen. I've had numerous tests. I have hearing aids from 20 years ago or so. Oh, you're preaching to the choir, brother. But just like that little winky eye says, I know you've done it. I know you're guilty. My hearing is it's getting worse every year, and it has been since mid-30s. Too much immortality, and I don't need hearing protection, earplugs. Fuck that shit. That's for sissies. That was part of it. And I also have a congenital problem of some sort that would have given me some degree of hearing loss, and that same congenital is probably what is dooming me to becoming totally deaf if I live long enough. Going deaf doesn't really, the thought of going deaf does not bother or scare me at all. I can learn sign language. I'm a pretty savvy guy. I can get stuff done. What bothers me is that I have tinnitus. And tinnitus, I don't care what you read, I don't care what you see, it is rarely can it be treated, and even in cases it can be surgically treated, it is hit and miss as to whether or not it works. There is no treatment that is effective against tinnitus. So even if I go, or when I go completely deaf, back to the little tangent I went off on about I got to get my sound from the desktop into StreamYards, because my desktop sound does not go into StreamYards, because StreamYards gets a VST feed from Reaper, and that is what you hear is whatever I have going on in Reaper. There is no desktop sound in Reaper unless I record it into Reaper. So I might have to record that track into Reaper, and I've got a track set up to do that. Might have to record that, or, well, drag and drop the file. If I can do that. Can I do that from Messenger? Oh yeah, I go to sleep every night listening to white noise, rain and thunder. Rain is the white noise. Yeah, that'd be okay. Yeah, do it that way, because then I can just drag it out of the email and drop it into Reaper. That's easy peasy. And I think Reaper can read any, whether it's WAV or MP3 or whatever. I don't think that matters. So yeah, do that, Mr. Tana, and then we'll mess around with that. Now back to vices. So we know that one of my vices is smoking the pot. I'm a pot user and lover. Speaking of which, before I started this stream, I loaded a fresh bowl of, this is called Vision. I went to a little pot shop down the street where I like to go. It's called Bluminati's, not sponsored. It's just, I like the people there. It's a cool place. They got good selection. It's nice. That's where I go 99% of the time. And there's 2 or 3 other places. Wow. This is why I have a death grip on things, because these hands just let go. Hang on. I got it. Oh, there it is. Red lighter in a pink backlit room. That was fun. And shitty eyes. So I'll check my email here in a minute, Mark. Oh, goodness. Anyway, they had a special there. And that special were 1 gram pre-rolls. Right, there's part of one. And sometimes I just cut them with a pair of scissors I've got. But this time I've just been emptying the shaving stick in here. But it was only 2 times. It was 1 gram, $5 a gram. And if you bought 10 grams, you got another $1 off, or $1.25 off. So I got 10 grams for $25. So I can deal with that. That's about 1/3 of an ounce, so to speak. So it's about $75 an ounce. That's a pretty good price. 29-30% THC. Flower tastes good enough for me. And I've been smoking it all night. I can assure you, yeah, it works. This little cap works out great. It says smoky flower on it. I'm not going to do the whole light thing right now, but I've talked about it in the past. I really dig it. I need to clean this bong. It's time. I have to get, I do believe I just received an email. Let me. Okay, here comes the bright light warning thing, folks. So if you got sensitive spot, if you're sitting in the dark like I am right now, watch out. It's going to get quite a bit brighter all at once. There we go. See how that worked? And then if I go over here into this, and I refreshing, let's see. Nope. I was hoping it was your file, Mark. It wasn't. It's my T-Mobile bill is ready to view. So there's that. That's interesting, and it's new. So I'll go back to Vices until I receive the message in the email from Mark. I guess I could just try and grab it. I've never tried to do this before. Let me bring up the Reapers. There's the Reapers. Let me make sure that I unmute the track here. I'm just going to try experiment and see. I've never tried to see if this will work. It might, though. No, can I add reply? We good? No. Okay, so yeah, I have to get it in email. Won't let me grab it out of there. So let me shrink-a-dink that back down and then go back over to where did it it's here. It was. Did I close it accidentally? Oh no, there it is right there. I know, isn't it disgusting? Hello, Preston Smith's music. But I've had to get myself on a very, very much tighter budget for the thing. So now, for those of you such as Preston, if you've been lurking, you might have already seen this. But I kind of think it's cool, and I wanna show it. So I made this. Now I didn't do the font. Don't get that excited. I just found one that I liked, but I made it be fuzzy and old looking, and then the red and the stuff. This is my title screen for the new show tomorrow night, Confessions. And okay, cool. So yeah, this is what I started it off with, talking about this, how I kind of threw this together with thanks to Wes at Rich New Design and his little thing he did with me last week. That was very informative. I learned a lot of cool stuff. He explains things in a way that works for my brain, and then he allows me to just figure it out and corrects me where I'm needing correction. And that's the best way for me to learn. So that works. And I'm pretty happy with it. I think it turned out pretty well. What it's done is it's made me now I want to try more things with a more capable program, such as Premiere Pro, which I own, or what a Procreate, Premiere Pro, Procreate, which I own. I bought it. It's one of the first things I bought when I got my iPad. And I like it. I can use it. It's a different way of me thinking about the layering and adding effects over the top. It's cool. Well, I got a lot of stuff to do here. There's going to be big changes in the winter here. Pulling the TV's going to get rehung on the window, or on the window. The TV's going to get rehung on the wall. I'm going to do a different treatment on the window. For lighting effects, I'm going to redo my things. I'm getting a overhead LED ceiling fan that'll give me some different tones of light to use. Right, well now I have my pink lights. That's what you're seeing, and then whatever light's coming off the dark screens in front of me. I have all of my screens in dark mode right now. Most of the light is coming from the screen that has the amplifier on it, because it has white elements in it. That could actually make me a little bit darker, but this is the effect I want. When I'm back here and the Confessions is up there, you it's like this. Then if I'm holding still, you can't really see me. And when Confessions is up there, you can't. So it's just my voice. And then I can come into view behind Confessions, talking about whatever I'm talking about that show, until I get up here. I get a little bit louder, and I do that. And then I'm going to do this backwards. But if I did that from back here, and then blah 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 blah, whatever the fuck I'm saying, and then I'm here, and excuse me, I've had it turned off, and now we're just sitting here talking. It just fades away, and now I'm right here, and I'm louder. But when I want to go back to talking, I can just lean back. You can still see that I'm here. See the reflection off of these when I'm wearing the AKGs. I want that effect, so that I've done a lot of stuff. So there are really lights on in here. Oh, I got my puzzle I'm working on my iPad over here. I got a puzzle thing. I can buy puzzles if I want. I wish they had more pieces. Most pieces I can do on this free thing here is 440, which is okay. But I'm pretty good at puzzles. I've been doing puzzles my entire life. There's always a puzzle set up at my house when I was growing up. Always a puzzle on the card table. And anybody walking by could stop, look, grab pieces, fiddle around with it. It was for everybody to work. So, and then we had nights where my mother and I just sat there, because it was just her and I for most of the time. And hey, thanks for the reminder. And yes, folks, you should hydrate. This is water. You should hydrate. I don't know if David's still hanging out there. I haven't said anything to you for a minute, but I am still thinking about you, brother. I am still thinking about you. It was nice seeing you. Nice seeing you. Yep. Preach it. Preach it. Hydration is the key. And yes, my water bottle's pink. So I'm going to be staying in the near future. I'm going to be staying in a yurt for the first time in my life. I've never even been in a yurt. Of course, I've seen them on TV, on YouTube, as I've driven down the roads, and they've been in the campgrounds I've driven past. Yeah. Helps if you don't miss the string. Let's see if I'm right, shall we? No, Mitch, I don't know. I don't know Charles Green. There's my tuner. I'm like, where the hell did my tuner go? I know who Fruitcake Tony is, and I know his show. I've watched it a couple of times. But I do not know who Charles Green is from that show. Hey, Les, welcome. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming in and checking out my graphics, guitars, and Vices program. So I know, I'm dragging this out on purpose. So what are some of my other vices? Well, the vices in particular that I had in mind tonight were my physical vice, my little hobby vice that I got, because it helped me fix the screen door that was broken ever since I moved in here, and I just couldn't stand it anymore. Nice, nice. I'll have to check out the show. Thanks for turning me on to somebody new. And I may have seen him and just not realized, because I've only watched Fruitcake Tony's show a couple of times, literally 2 times. Little raucous for me sometimes, but of course I'm always interested in music, 100%. Pinky does not want to always cooperate. It's always the pinky. Always. 100%. It's always the pinky. In these little fingering exercises, the bane of my existence that I need to do. So, yes, I'm bitching about doing them, but I'm also saying in the same breath that I need to do them. And I try to at least do some every day. I know there were a couple of wobbly spots, but the mistake you heard was my pinky. It always is. So, thanks, Preston. I appreciate you, my friend. So yeah, I'm not sure which one I'm going to pick, but I'm going to pick a program, even if I decide to buy one for PC or find out one that works on both. I don't know. I know there's a few that will, but I'm going to start playing around with, hey Billy, welcome. Okay, cool. I'll check that out when I get done with this stream. I'm not going to stream forever. Yeah. I'm just gonna do the painful stuff that I do right now. When I get to the point to where I can, after warming up, so I can get, right now I'm working on fingering and notes. Literally, accidentally found, I think, C somewhere. I think it's... No, it wasn't there. Hang on. Trying to find it without counting. I just for whatever I was doing at the time, and it worked. I went into a C major from whatever I was doing. I was doing some pentatonic weirdness, and I found that, and it was weird because, whoops. I did this perfect the other day with no problems at all. It's always the B. It's always the B. Yeah, so anyway, I just did the C major scale. I wasn't, for the first time ever, I wasn't thinking about the C major scale and where the C note was, I just, for that moment in time, everything clicked. I knew that that note was a C, and I just did a major C scale. It was kind of fun and kind of a first for me, so that was cool. But yeah, the reason I brought up the Vice is my other Vice because, and I know I'm dragging this out, it's because I can. It's my show. I needed to fix that screen door, and so I had to, I couldn't find the screws the length I needed them, so I bought 2-inch screws, measured and cut. And yes, indeed, folks, I measured twice and cut once, and it was, Chris. Okay, let me jump over there and check that real quick. But anyway, I stuck it over here on my desk from my workbench behind me. It's just a portable hobby vise where you can clamp it onto whatever. And now it is the perfect thing to hang my guitar chords in as I'm using them to play, because it keeps them out of my way, but they're really easy to put the connection into the output jack from the guitar. And I can just pull it out and I can just let it hang there. And I don't hit it with my feet. If I forget to mute the track, it stays quiet. So, yeah. It's not playing nice. Oh, it's you. It's not the B. For once, it's not the B. I think the B was in tune. Nah, the B is a little down there too. Warming up. There we go. And now G is, yeah. It's just wearing it. And then you jump. Really, you gotta jump like that. You're gonna ruin your knees. Jumping like that is bad for you. Thank you. Why is everybody sad all of a sudden? Because you weren't all sad before, only a couple of it was. There. I knew I bumped that E. Untuned guitars are sad, yeah. I know, wasn't that exciting getting to listen to me tune my guitar? I could have clicked the mute button. I could have clicked the mute button, but I didn't. So, now Ruby's all tuned up. A little, see if this works. Some of you will recognize that sound. That got really loud. Bring that back a little bit. Hey, welcome, welcome. Well, I was busy. What effects do I have on? See, I don't have a doubler on. It's in mono, no transposition. There is a gate. The amp is turned off there. So what have I got on the other amp? This, I got the reverbs and the delay. This is going to get very dry. And the chorus. And bat distortion. We should be pretty clean now. Pretty dry. A neck pickup, you think, huh? Alright, so let's flip over. Oh, look at that. I'm on the neck pickup. Weird. Weird. Alright, let's see here what happens now. I gotta go over here to the messenger. Alright. Let's see here. Now, it says, Mark, that I need access. It says you need access. Request access or switch to an account with access. You're signed in as felcro1234@gmail.com. Odd. That's my email address. Everything associated with this channel and my friends is associated with that email. I go to great lengths to keep this email clear, I promise. So it says request. I'm requesting. I presume you're going to get an email from me now requesting permission for me to do that. I'm new to this, Mark. You just gotta let me, it's hard for old men like me. It is. Oh wait, we're similar in age. You're just better looking. I don't know how that happened, but there. I've admitted it openly in front of everyone. So. All right. Mark says should be good now. So let's stop hitting the bong and then go back over here to this one and click on that. Oh my goodness. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Now, hold on. All right. Stop. Okay, hang on. I gotta get my screens. I'm new to all of this. So now I did that. I can close this and shrink that. And shrink that. And this. There we go. And then I should have. I told it to put it on my desktop, but for some reason, it's not there. So let's do this weird thing here and go look at this PC desktop, because I've had this happen before, where suddenly I've downloaded a file and it's not there, and then suddenly it is. Strange, strange, strange. You know, sometimes technology is your friend, and sometimes technology is a bitch. All right, now. Baby's all right now. Okay, so now that's all muted. Hang on. Still dealing with the technology. I wanted to do this on purpose because I need to go through these steps. I need to know how to do this again, because some of this I'm just learning and some of this I already knew but have forgotten. So I can close that now. And then I want to bring my chat screen back up. I mean, I got the file, so there's that. That part's cool. Now let's mute, 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 mute. That's all good. I am going to head and muting my vocal, and I'm going to play what should be your track. Let's see if this works. Let me know. Oh, well, all you do is get a glimpse into how messed up the inside of my brain is, because I just talked you through it. It's not like you saw what I was doing. I just said the words. Anyway, let's hit this play button and see if shit, well, factory smoke and all.
The falling leaves.
Alright, tell me how that level is.
Drift by my window. The autumn leaves are red and gold. I see your lips. The summer kisses, the sunburned hands.
Thank you, Mark.
I used to hold
For me.
since you went away. The days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter's song. But I miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall, when autumn leaves start to fall.
And there you go. Wow. 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 Let me push the stop button. Whew. Wow. Once I found it. That was nice. That was really cool. I enjoyed that. You absolutely were right about that, sir. Absolutely 100% were right about that. Let me turn this down like I'm supposed to, like all of my teachers have told me to do time and time and time again, and at least now I remember once in a while. Thank you for sending me that track. Mark, thank you very much for sending me that track. That was really fun, and I might have to go clip that. I might have to go clip that one out, and I'm not going to edit the video because then I lose my chat. But I am most definitely going to. Think I'm going to go clip that. At least the part once I figured out the key. I don't know. Is it E? Is it B minor and E minor? Is that what that was? A B? I know some of it was B minor. I know some of it was B minor. But when I'm up in the E, I don't know which E that is. A pentatonic major or a minor or what? I don't know. It's coming, but. I've already exceeded my original goal, which was to learn how to play guitar for myself, and I have far exceeded I muted the vocal master track. So unmuting my normal track did not have any effect whatsoever on my muted vocal. So, hey, it's a learning curve. So now y'all should be able to hear me. The melodious tones of my voice. And, yeah. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. I saw the Preston Smith's pertinent question. Did I lose audio or did he? Well, cheers, brother. Now we know. It was me. Can you tell me who I just said that like? This journey into StreamYard has been a new audio learning adventure. And, you know, what I like to say adventure is what happens when things go wrong. Hydration, folks. Hydration. In a cup of your favorite color. Personal favorite. So I don't know what's going to happen with this yurt thing. I'm excited about going to stay in a yurt and seeing what it's all about, what it's like. It's close to home, too, so it's not like if we absolutely hate it, just get in the car and go home and, you know, cook dinner on the stove. And all right, Mitch, I'm going to do, gotcha, bro. All right, David, thanks for dropping that in there. Let me, we're not going to do the whole, we'll just take a screenshot, bro thing. We're going old school right now. And Mitch, I'll get right back to you on that question. It's a great question, and I want to answer it. You stop doing that. It's okay, I have a visitor sometimes. Don't worry, it's fine. I got that, and now, David, would you please delete that comment, retract it, and then it won't be there anymore. I've got it. It is correct. I'm not saying the numbers on purpose. So, but yeah, balancing the audio was, I have NDI, and so now that I've told that to David, if you can't delete it, David, I will. I just don't want it to be on the permanent record. Somebody happens to be here, they got it. But if they come back and watch the replay, let's see. If I click on when I right click, or when I click on the three dots, if I click on remove, I'm asking Mark Tanner right now, or anybody that knows, and I haven't forgotten Mitch, I'm coming back to that, I promise. If I click on remove, will that remove that comment from the chat, Mark? I will wait for your answer. And, you know, I'll take a bong hit. That'll be, you know. I have a little ripper. I can't even do that. I can't, not even on the same thing. Like, I just can't do, I keep trying to do a legit Aussie accent. I can't. I can get British once in a while, English, I should say, but not very well and not for very long. I will always, can't do Scottish. I've tried, or Irish. I suck at Irish. I barely do American. I think I only do North American English because I am North American English speaking person. While I'm waiting for the answer to come in about that, I don't want to remove David. I just want to remove that comment so his phone number isn't there for posterity. And I don't normally remove comments, so I don't know how to do it. But I'll address that a little bit. I use reroute in Reaper to get my sound into OBS as a VST. When I use StreamYard, I take that same VST and I send it into StreamYard. In OBS, it doesn't matter because OBS has a desktop audio track built into it. StreamYard does not have that track built into it the same way that OBS does. So I don't have desktop sound when I'm streaming with StreamYard. It works for me. I can hear it, but there is no signal going to StreamYard because it only has one audio source, and that source is the VST from MDI. Because previously, all I cared about getting into there was my voice and my guitar, and it did it just fine before. But now I want to use StreamYard free version. I don't want to pay for it. The free version is fine. I just want to have the choice of being able to have someone come on at some point in the future. So it's a learning curve. I have to figure out how to get my desktop sound. What I tried was to get my desktop sound into Reaper on a track, which I can do with loopback. I do that so I can record things as I'm playing. So it's like if I'm playing with a backing track, I can throw it on there. If I play to a backing track, I always give credit and try and throw a link. If I remember the link, I forget, but I always give credit to who it was, and they're going to copyright claim it anyway, which is fine. I like NDI, but it is so easy to get lost in it. And the whole sound thing, yeah, I don't know what the answer is going to be, but I'm looking for it. And I want to have my voice, my desktop sound, and my guitar or instrument go into StreamYard. Because as it stands right now, I can share a screen, but if the screen has music or sound that I want you to hear, I would have to do some weird play into a monitor speaker, pick it up with a microphone, and it would be weird. So yeah, in my brain, it's very complicated. Some people just go, oh, well, all you need to do is this and this and this. But yeah, it's like the graphic that I made using the new tools I learned about from Wes for the Confessions title screen. Same type of deal. Same type of deal. Reload this screen. I'm wondering, let's see, reload. Here we go. Okay, thanks, guys. For some reason, my chat decided it was going to freeze up and not update, so I didn't see any of this until I refreshed and reloaded the chat screen. Thank you, technology. Just examples of things I can do. Sorry for keeping you longer, David. I will get in touch with you soon. I will get in touch with you and we'll figure something out. Yeah, I just don't understand how to do it, and I am adamant about it being done in stereo. That's something, it's important to me because the way I've set up my sound for my guitar is to be able to have a simulated stereo with my guitar track. Even when it's dry, it's simulated stereo unless I turn that off. And I generally don't. So you'll hear it dry, but you won't hear it without the stereo track playing as well. Yeah, that's the only reason I wanted to remove the comment was because your phone number's there and this will be saved. So anybody watching this with the chat replay on would be able to see that. If we delete it now before the stream ends, it's like it never happened. And I got your number, but nobody else gets it unless they were here live. And I trust everybody that's currently in my chat. They could watch my children or my money or anything else. Any of these people. And yourself included. So... You guys are so helpful. Look at this. You guys all jumped in. I'm so impressed. I love my chat. I love my audience. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Really a lot. I really appreciate it. So, yeah. I'm going to go... There you go. All fixed. I just did it. Anti-Ad Jack, thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming in. Always appreciate seeing you. That email that you sent me, I did not respond to it. Were you to include me at a time when I was not asleep? That would be something. So if that's a future thing that happens and you want to invite, cool. So, kia ora, as we generally say to one another. Now his phone number won't be there. I did it. I went up there and I deleted my friend's comment with his phone number in it. So now you had to be live here if you wanted to get David's digits. I mean, I haven't seen him for 3 or 4 years, but actually closer to 5. Too fucking long, bro. Especially for how close together we are. Anyway, he's a good looking guy. At least he was last time I saw him. He is a very social kind of guy. We met in a rather social environment, in a bar, getting drunk and singing a lot. Yeah, we spent some time together back in the rum and coke days. Cheers, brother. I rarely drink anymore. So, yeah, no worries. It's a weird world. Yeah, David Knowles and I go back about 20 to 22-ish years. I'd have to go back and do like math and counting and then remembering stuff that was a lot of things ago. I'll pass. And we'll just say it's been a minute. And we spent some time together. Yeah, maths. Ew. Yeah, I'm a words guy. Yeah. Back in my karaoke and drinking days, I was quite the social butterfly. Generally, the more I drank, the more I was socialed, and the more I butterflied. Yeah. Probably the only time that I was artificially happy for a minute back then. I just didn't know it. So, all right, brother. It's good to see you. I'll be in touch. Thank you so much for speaking up and saying hey. So, always a pleasure. And I will see you soon. Cool. Hydrate, folks. Can't see me because I'm hiding in the water. I'm like a snake in the grass. No, because then it wouldn't be water. God damn. Why do I keep smoking dope? Oh, because I like to be stoned. It enhances my Prozac in just the right way. Hey, thank you very much for hanging out, Mitch. But yeah, now you kind of know what my signal thing's about. And I know there's a way to get my desktop in there, and I will do that. And it'll all be good. It's not important to do it quickly. I can do what I need to do for the confession show, and I can learn how to do that as I go along. So take care, and thank you so much for coming out and hanging with me. Always enjoy seeing you out there. Generally, you make me learn something, asshole. And always good conversation. I had a bottle of local distilleries whiskey. I don't remember the brand. It's unimportant. But anyway, I had it here. It was unopened. Just in case I wanted to have it, just in case I had wanted to have a, little whiskey neat. I hadn't opened it. I'd had it for, 7, 8 months. It'd just been sitting there unopened on the thing behind me there. Right about where those cans are, right there. The Monster that I desperately want to taste, but it's really hard to drink Monsters anymore. But anyway, it's a peach flavor, so it might be worth it. And then the Rolling Rock beer that I was going to drink with my friend that I never got a chance to. And now that can't happen that way. And then the Vanilla Coke Zero, wherever it is, there it is. The Vanilla Coke Zero. I'll learn how to point someday. I always, yes. I don't like doing shots of whiskey. It's not that that's terrible. It's over too fast. And yeah, it's intense and that flavor's there for a few minutes, but damn, I like to taste it again and again and again and experience it over again and have enough time in between that my mouth forgot how it tastes. I don't know how to describe it. Whiskey drinkers are people that drink things for the taste as well as the pleasure of drinking, not getting drunk. Because I have a shot of whiskey that might take me 2 hours to get through, and by the time I get the bottom of it, the ice is melted. It's mostly weakly flavored whiskey-ish water, but it's alright, I drink it anyway. It's all part of the experience for me. Oh, let's see. Nope, they're not up there. I have the lights off. Oh, there they are. I actually put them on top of something white so I could see my glasses. That's good. I'll have a beer once in a while, but I like really dark, floaty beers. I drink beer for flavor and experience. I cut my teeth on Guinness. And not that Guinness is great or not great or anything like that. I happen to like it. But it's subjective like anything else. I don't judge anybody for what they do or don't like. But that's where I started my import beer experience, most especially European imports. And it was served at not room temperature, but it had been poured properly and all the things that you hear that are, in my opinion, absolutely true. So, and then I went dark from there. The darker the better. Sometimes might have some questionable floaties in there. I don't know. At Anti-Ad Jack. Oh my God, yes. That is such an apt description of the very, very last little sip of that whiskey that you had. If you like it cold. Now some people don't like it, they like it at room temperature, ambient temperature. Some people will serve it with no ice, but it's in a chilled glass on a chilled tray. So it's all part of the experience. Like I said, if you're a whiskey drinker or a scotch drinker or someone that drinks an alcohol for the experience, you know exactly what it is. All right, cool. I'll do that. And bro, I gotta tell you, I don't know what's gonna happen on the Wednesday night show. Tomorrow night I'm staying home. I really should go to my friend's tomorrow night, but I don't want to go over there late after I've had my show. This first show is gonna be pretty long. It's gonna be, it won't be super intense in that respect. There's just a lot of crap I gotta say. So I will be in Tigard at my friend's on Wednesday for them to go to the beach. And I'm going to go live. I'm going to use my tablet. I tried to use my tablet and go to StreamYard on Safari. I couldn't figure out how to get me into the show. On my computer, I just click my mouse on me, enter the show. So I have had smoked whiskey. Not in a high-end bar, but, you know, when bartenders are some of your best friends, and you help them make money and play music they like, well, you kind of there's perks that go along with that, as you well know, Mark. So I have had smoked whiskey, and it is a wonderful experience. I will say this, in what I got to try, I would not be able to afford that very same smoked whiskey. Oh, but the aroma and experience was sublime, fantastic. So you're uncultured swine. We're all uncultured swine, at least at some point or another. Trust me on this. I know this to be true. You can tell because of the way it is. Thank you very much, Derek Bieri. I love watching him. Vice Grip Garage. I'm plugging him because I love him. He's absolutely a great entertainer, consummate mechanic, likes to go fast, likes to do crazy stuff, understands patina. He's got a few shiny things now, but I think he'll always be like me, and he'll always tend to want to just preserve what the story is on that car. Just like my guitar tells a story. You know, Ruby's got dings and dents and stuff. So it's my guitar. I play. So it is what it is. Are you? Very cool. Very cool. Did you see the stream the other day, Preston, where I showed off my old frame disassembly and picture preservation skills? That old high school picture from my senior year with my afro. I pulled that's all out now, and I've got your picture fitted, and I know it's going to look like I want it to in there. Now I have to get a excuse me, I have to get a suitable background. Yeah, I want to get a suitable background, probably something gray, light gray or white, and put that in there. And I want to put a piece of very thin acrylic, plexiglass, whatever. Same thing that's on my workbench top, just thinner. And that'll preserve that painting inside of there for posterity. If somebody else wants to take it out later, they can, but I just wanted you to know that I am moving forward with getting that picture hung, and I've finally taken that other thing apart. So I'm glad you got to see that. That's cool. I'm pretty stoked about the sizing and the way it's going to fit. I just want it. I haven't decided about that backdrop. I may actually paint it. I don't know. I've got some paint here. There you go. Oh, really? Terrell's going to be on with Indie on Indie After Dark with Indie and the folks in Pendar. Cool. Check that out. Look at that. Thanks, Auntie. Thank you very much. Awesome. I catch indie shows from time to time. Oftentimes it's when I'm going to sleep, but I listen to what they're saying, and of course, I think that the people there have very, very beautiful minds, and I like to look at their minds. Right, that's really what I want to do. I mean, I'm not. Let's face it, bro. I'm not the most careful human being on the face of the earth. Sometimes I do stupid shit. So I'm trying to protect it from me. Probably safe in the environment, but me, that's different. That's why we have all the rules. Did I mention that I spent 2 hours tearing my room apart looking for my glasses? And even tonight, I broke the rules and I put them down over here, and albeit it was on something white so I could see their shape in this dim light, I didn't put them in the perfectly good glasses case that is, I know it's hard to see that, but it's here. It's right there. And that's the rule now after I spent 2 hours looking for my glasses the other day, freaking the fuck out because I have no backup anymore. And I am between insurances. I have to get a new Advantage plan started. I think I have it narrowed down. Tomorrow I will find out from this Sheba place. I got their phone number right here. I'm going to call them in the morning. I'll probably sit on hold for a long time, but that's all right. I have a lot of time. Anyway, get this sorted out, get myself back onto an Advantage plan, and do that. So I made a new rule because they fell off in the night, and when they hit my TV box for the TV that's going to be on the wall behind me eventually, they bounced and went under just a little bit. So when I looked back there, looked clear, everything was fine. It wasn't until I reached over the top and down and stuck my hand down there that I could feel them and got my glasses out. 2 hours. Took my bed apart 4 times. Took everything out from underneath the workbench. God, it would have been a great time to be able to pull out the back shelf and get all that stuff out of there. Oops. But nice. Very cool. Yeah, see, that's kind of what I want to do here. Now, once I get it in this frame, sorry folks, it's not going to be sitting up there where it was. Well, it's no longer sitting up there. That's going to be the changing light bright of doom. I don't know. It's going to be fun. I promise. But I'm going to have that picture in the frame and protected, and then it's going on the wall right here between the door and the window. And the reason it's going there is so I'll be able to sit here and look at it, because this microphone is no longer going to be up here. I'm getting, when someday, when I got stuff paid down and I've saved it up, I'm not just going to go like I've been doing. I'm going to get one of the, it's called a PSA-1 Pro from Rode. I have, well, the one I have is a knockoff of the PSA-1, but it's a good knockoff. Holds the Rode and the huge cage around the outside of it. It could be used as a weapon. It holds it up just fine. The problem is that the way I want to configure my desktop, I have to move the whole arm up in order to be able to get this out of my way, and I just don't want to do it that way. So I'm going to get the new stand. They're not cheap. It's Rode. It's going to be good quality though, but it is one of those boom arms that comes from below and it goes across the, so my mic will end up being down here, which is great. It's out of my way. I can swing it, move it to the side, whatever I need to do. So when I can afford that, it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. So, but until then, this will be here. And, yeah, so there's changes coming. The TV's going on the wall. The shelf is coming out from behind. And I was going to try and get my son over here and have him help me, which he would do. If I asked him, he would make it work. It's saucy, so it's good. There you go. Anyway, I was going to ask my son and his friend to come over and help me for a day, and we'd all work our butts off, and they'd have to race home. Excuse me. They'd have to race home to be with their families, and they're getting older. They're in their 30s now, and I remember things started feeling a little more hectic in my 30s. The kids were getting older. I had more things to do. Yeah, it was fun times. So I decided I have a lot of time. I'm a hermit in the wintertime anyway. So why not just take a little bit at a time? I'll take it down, take it apart, get the shelf pulled out. I can do that without moving my workbench or taking it apart at this point. I can get that shelf out of there, moved outside. I don't have to take it down. I just need to move it outside. And then I can begin the process of moving my entire workbench back, reclaim my floor space, protect the carpet better. I got a whole big plan, and I'm going to do that over this winter. I've got the hellhole at the bottom of the bed cleaned out. You can see the floor. There are still things there, but they are there neatly, and they have a long-term plan of where they're going to be kept. Cords are put away, and I don't have things willy-nilly. I found nearly everything I thought I lost. So all these are good things, at least for me. Things are progressing nicely here. Alright, I've been going a minute here. What's it say? I can't read it, so I'm not going to. A minute. Longer than I intended, but, you know, that's all good. I'm going to get out of here. Almost 4:20. So, yeah, it must be about 1:20 here. So, yeah. Thank you, Mark. That was fun. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Auntie for throwing that link out there for Indie Stream. That'll be fun. I'll be there for sure. I did the right click open in a new tab, so I'll be going and turning on that notification here in just a couple of minutes. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here and hanging out with me. I got to see my good friend David, and now I'm going to get to see him again in person. It's been too many years. So that's exciting, and I'll probably share that with you guys a little bit. Not all of it. We're going to have our time. But yes, indeed. Ah, good. Well, I'm glad it worked out for you, Preston. So once again, thank you, everyone. And let's see if I can do this right. Tomorrow night, join me for episode 1 of Confessions. It's going to be airing at 9 p.m. Pacific time. And we'll probably go for about 90 minutes. Absolutely. I hear you, Mark. Thank you. I will very likely take you up on some of that, as I really enjoyed that track. So you can join me if you want. Hang out. Come see if you like it. If you hate it, go watch something else. There'll be other stuff on. I promise. There'll be other stuff to watch. There's a lot of good shows. So anyway, just going to try this thing and see what happens. So now I should be able to do this. Turn that thing off, but turn this thing on. And let's see here. I think, yeah, there it is right there. And then I can change this over to that. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible. Success through human effort. That's all it takes. To achieve success is human effort. I'm tired. I'm a little bit stoned, but I feel really good. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Yeah, that might happen too. Yeah, we might work towards some of that. Probably not till summertime, but we may. We'll see. We'll see. Get the car paid off next month. That'll free up $75, and that's just going to go in savings. I'm just going to keep making the car payment. So now if I turn this off right here and I click this transition button, you should be able to see me for the last time, folks. Thank you very much. I will see you all in a chat or live soon. And with that, I'm going to say peace out. Take care of yourselves. I forgot to warn you about it that time. So sorry that happened. That's no fun. Yeah, that's no fun at all. Let's see here if we can make this work so I can end the stream. There it is. I like it when it works right, and then I can end the stream. So, peace out. Take care.